And as always, I thank you for giving me some of your valuable time. And of course, and always, I pray that this message is received in the spirit that I'm striving to deliver it in, which is the spirit of your brother, the spirit of love, and of course, and always, in the spirit and in the name of God. And today, briefly, I just want to go into the term life image and understanding the sun, glucose, and why humans are herbivores. And this is going into the science of applying the science of how to eat to live. And I broached this subject when I wrote this book, when I put this book together. It was on the concept and on the basis of collecting the best available science and research on energy, on eating, and on the proper classification for human beings. And in science, the sole energy source in our universe is the sun. Now, and in eating in science, we have three classes of eaters. You have the herbivore, carnivore, and the omnivore. So now, when we looking at the energy source for human beings is the sun, and then we look at the classes of eaters. Only one of those classes, the herbivores, they eat directly from the plant life, which are, according to science, they are the producers, because through the process of photosynthesis, the plants, they take the sunlight and they transform the sunlight into a chemical called a carbohydrate. See, so now listen to me. So you have the sun, and you have this is the sole energy source for the universe. Now we have two ways that you and I can eat the sun. I'm doing the first way right now. I'm standing in the sun. So the same way, the same concept that this sun is beating down in the leaves of the plant, the skin of the plant is absorbing the unseen energy of the sun. Listen, so now you put your hand in that place, and you and I, we are designed where we do the same thing. We can sit in the sun and we can naturally absorb it. That's why you could just stand in the sun and you feel hot. You feel energized. You be like, wow, it feels good out here. You're ready to go as soon as the sun touches you. That's eating to live. Now, in absence of the sun, in the absence of our source of energy, the process of photosynthesis, it takes the unseen power of the sun and the plant turns it into a seen chemical substance. So in the absence of our energy source, we can have a way to get energy through the plant. Now listen, we have an intricate symbiotic relationship with the plant of the earth. Not only is that the fabric that God used to create the physical body, that is the fabric that the energy of the sun is in. So now in the plant, in the cells of the plant, they have what is called a chloroplast. That is the energy. In the human cell, we have what is called the mitochondria. That is the engine of the plant. The chloroplast is the engine of the plant's cell. The mitochondria is the engine of the human cell. So when that plant transforms the sunlight into a same chemical substance, It's in the chloroplast of the plant. So when you and I eat the plant, we digest in that chloroplast as it is going through our digestive system, and it is broken down and it is broken apart. It releases that sunlight, and our cells take that sunlight, and in the mitochondria of our cells, that sunlight is converted back into energy. They call it ATP. Listen, glucose. See, glucose is the end product of photosynthesis. That is sunlight in chemical form. Your number one form of energy. The number one source of energy for the human body is glucose. That's sunlight. Listen, that you can't get glucose from animals. You get it from the sun. Life energy, the sun, glucose. And why humans are herbivores. See, we have to understand the cycle of our energy. This is in another book I have. It is entitled Understanding Our Human Energy, Energy Cycles and Transformations to Achieve Abundant Life. Also available through my website, www.SeanAliWellnessProgram.com, and as well as the Life Energy. You can find it here, www.SeanAliWellnessProgram.com. And to show the diagram, if that can be seen, you have the sunlight in the cell of the plant. You have the chloroplast. In the chloroplast, this is the engine of the plant cell. In this chloroplast, you have the oxygen, you have the sunlight, the glucose, the carbohydrates. When we eat this, this is the cell of the human. In the human cell, you have the mitochondria. This is what the energy, this is what creates the energy for our cells. It unlocks the sunlight that's in the chloroplast, and we produce our own energy. Man, listen to me. Our first source of eating is to come outside and to stand in the sun. That's our first source of eating. See, it's sunbathing. In the absence of sunbathing, in the absence of sunlight, in the absence of you being able to come out and directly absorb sunlight, that is what the plant is created for. It is our vehicle that houses the energy of the sun, the unseen energy of the sun. And through the process of photosynthesis, that unseen energy is converted and transformed into glucose, into carbohydrates. So when you and I eat that, our mitochondria inside our cells, the engine, it takes that chloroplast, it takes that glucose, it takes that carbohydrate, and it unlocks it. And when it unlocks it, it releases that energy. And you move. You are alive. You are powerful. You are healing. You are healthy. Whoa! That is the human body. So when we looking at life energy, and life energy is my term, after looking at this process, after examining and researching this process, I went and I developed science for you and I, for the original people of the planet Earth. And I termed it life energy, the sun, glucose, and why humans are herbivores. So that when you and I understand, and when we go to eat, and we want to not just choose the best, see, we're not looking at it from a vitamin, mineral, protein. No, we're looking at it from what has the most amount of sunlight. Because science dictates that the sole source of power, of energy in the known universe is the sun. It is so strong that Pluto is 4,600,000,000 miles away from the sun. And the sun is so powerful that it gives life and power to Pluto. So here we are, only 93 million miles away. See, now we are designed to stand in the sun and absorb the sun energy directly. It's in the absence of sunlight that we turn to eating, that we go to a plant and we eat the plant so that we can eat sunlight, because the act of photosynthesis is turning the unseen sunlight into a seen chemical, and that chemical is a carbohydrate or glucose, your number one source of energy for your cells. Our cells need two things: oxygen and glucose, to convert into life energy. And you have the ability to heal, you have the ability to be healthy, you have the ability to be imbued with life. That's your power. That's your power. So I just want us to understand. Come outside. Come outside. You have some sunlight available. Come outside and feel. See, God created the sun for us, not just for our light to take away the darkness, but it is our energy source. So when you come out and you put yourself in the path of the sunlight, you are in the direct embrace of God. That's why it's warming. That's why when you stand in the sun, it's electrifying. That's why you feel hot, because you are in the embrace of God. You have God himself touching you. Woo! Man, get your book today, family. www.SeanAliWellnessProgram.com. The sun, life energy, the sun, glucose, and why humans are herbivores. And then so you can learn how to choose the best available food, the best available sources of energy, so that you can properly practice how to eat to live. And practice makes perfect. So if you practice how to eat to live, then eventually you will perfect the science of eating to live. And then not only will you, then now you will be alive, because you will be perfectly applying eating to live. The first source of eating to live is to come outside and let some of this sunlight touch your skin. Let the embrace of God imbue you with power. I thank you for tuning in. I'm your brother, Sean Ali, here at Supreme Health and Fitness by Sean Ali. I leave you as I came in the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. Black power. Power to the people. Peace.